What up, what up, what up, what up? Mr. Stewart here, back again. Listen, I'm doing the videos for my year 8s. They've got their exam coming up. We're going to be focusing on the causes of World War II, really on the two significant causes of appeasement and Hitler's actions. Which one was the main cause, you could say, yeah? We did our appeasement video, check it out. Don't forget to subscribe, Bruce, all of that. But we're going to focus on Hitler's actions in this video. So how did his actions eventually lead to World War II starting, yeah? So the first action, key action, was Hitler breaking the Treaty of Versailles by rebuilding his armed forces, yeah? He introduced conscription. Conscription in 1935. So conscription is where you force a certain age range of men to join the army. That was conscription at the time, yeah? And all those men had to join the army. So then the armed forces dramatically increased. So he broke the Treaty of Versailles. That was his key action in regrowing his armed forces. So instead of having 100,000 men, he had a lot more than that. He began to redevelop the Navy. He began to redevelop the technology of tanks and the Air Force. Breaking the Treaty of Versailles, that's his key action. That action then was not sort of blocked by Britain and France, which led him to have more confidence, yeah, in moving on to his next action, which was remilitarizing the Rhineland. So his second action was remilitarization of the Rhineland. The Rhineland was demilitarized because of the Treaty of Versailles. The Rhineland is a part of Germany that shares a border with France. France wanted a little buffer zone just in case they have any further altercations. As if that was going to happen after World War I. It happened. So anyway, it was demilitarized because of the Treaty of Versailles. Hitler said, I'm going to break that because I promised I'm going to break the terms of the Treaty of Versailles. He sent his soldiers in. Yeah, he sent his soldiers in. And that was in 1936. So they went in, they remilitarized the Rhineland. He promised that his army would return if there was any retaliation. Britain and France step up and say, listen, you can't be doing that. They were to come back, not to enter into any sort of altercation with them, because he believed that they weren't quite ready to take them on. Britain and France, they did nothing. They didn't want any trouble with Germany. Didn't want to have a war. Yeah, that's his second action. His third action, really simple. In 1938, he united with Austria. He joined up with Austria because Austria was a German-speaking country, where Hitler promised that all the German-speaking countries should join together and have, Anschluss, A-N-S-C-H-L-U-S-S, Anschluss, the uniting of all German-speaking countries. They weren't supposed to do that. The Treaty of Versailles said you're not allowed Anschluss. Yeah, so Germany and Austria are not allowed to join, and all these other regions that have German-speaking people cannot join Germany. Yeah, Hitler said, Treaty of Versailles said we can't, we're going to do it. So, because of his confidence that he wasn't sort of stopped from growing his army and he wasn't stopped from remilitarizing the Rhineland, he said, okay, send the soldiers into Austria, take over the country, and then we'll hold a vote. We'll have a vote, we'll rig the vote, so that means we'll pretend that it's a legitimate vote, and we'll say, oh yeah, Austria voted for us. The vote came through, Austria supposedly voted to be part of Germany, and then Austria was part of Germany. Britain and France said, don't worry about it. It's a real vote. Obviously, the Austrians want to be part of Germany. That's what they want. That's what they're going to get. No war, and they're done. Finished. That was his third action. He's feeling really confident. So he says, right, there's another part of the Europe that I want to have German people that were part of Germany. Well, we're going to go and get them. Sudetenland, his next action. He invaded Sudetenland. He said the Sudetenland should be part of Germany. They had a bit of a meeting. Britain and France stepped in and said, look, listen, we're going to have a meeting. We're going to do a meeting about Sudetenland in Munich. And they created an agreement called the Munich Agreement. Now, the Munich Agreement was an agreement that said that Germany could have the Sudetenland, but they couldn't invade the rest of Czechoslovakia. And that's it. Hitler said, brilliant, that's what we'll do. But the people in Sudetenland had to vote to be part of Germany. So he took the areas of Sudetenland and made them part of Germany, said, yeah, we won't invade Czechoslovakia, Britain and France were happy, yeah, we've avoided war, fantastic. He was feeling really confident. So confident, in fact, that he went on and in 1939, he took over the whole of Czechoslovakia. So he went in 1938, invading Sudetenland, promising he wouldn't take over Czechoslovakia. He's grown so confident that Britain and France wouldn't do anything. His next action was to take over the whole of Czechoslovakia, even though he promised he wouldn't. He did that in 1939, which then led to Britain and France feeling like, whoa, this guy, we can't trust him. They should have learned the lesson from a long time ago. But they were obviously a little bit worried. So he's taken over the whole of Czechoslovakia. Britain and France are now preparing for war. And they've said to Hitler he needs to stop. That's it. There's no more. Because they knew that Hitler wanted to take Poland next. Hitler said, we're going to invade Poland next. Britain said, if you invade Poland, we will declare war on you and that's it. World War II will start. Well, Hitler was so confident from his previous actions that he thought Britain ain't going to do nothing. So his final action was to invade Poland. And in doing so, Britain declared war on Germany. And World War II began. And that was his final action. So how did the actions cause World War II? The actions gradually led him to become more and more confident and eventually invade Poland, which had a pact with Britain, which said that any country that invades Poland will be at war with Britain. Germany invaded Poland, Britain declared war on Poland, and World War II began. I'm Mr. Stuart. Check out the other video. Don't forget to subscribe. Good luck with your revision. Peace!